Indian Prime Minister has left for his home country after concluding his day-long visit to Italy, during which he attended the G7 summit and held bilateral talks with several world leaders. On the sidelines of the summit, the Indian Prime Minister held talks with scores of world leaders, from the host nation's Prime Minister and US President to British Prime Minister and French President. Prime Minister Modi held bilateral talks with his Italian counterpart, Prime Minister Meloni. During their meeting, both the leaders noted with satisfaction the regular higher political dialogue and reviewed progress of the India-Italy strategic partnership. They expressed happiness at growing trade and economic collaboration and called for expanding commercial ties in various sectors. The two leaders also bilateral defense and security cooperation are the other topics they discussed on. In his meeting with British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, the leaders discussed bilateral relations and issues of common interest. During that meeting, they agreed to accelerate the free trade agreement talks. Prime Minister Modi also reiterated his commitment to further strengthen the India-UK comprehensive strategic partnership. While Prime Minister Modi's meeting with the French President Macron was his first official bilateral meeting with an international leader since taking charge for his third term as Prime Minister earlier this month. The two leaders agreed to intensify strategic defense cooperation with an increased focus on the Make in India initiative. The French President Macron also hailed the momentum in Indo-French cooperation in several fields. The Indian Prime Minister also met with President Joe Biden in a brief pull aside at the G7 summit. According to reports, it is understood that the two leaders have touched upon various issues of common interest, including the Indo-Pacific region. Prime Minister Modi also held talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He assured President Zelensky that India continues to encourage peaceful resolution of the conflict through dialogue and diplomacy. Moreover, according to the Ukrainian president, India will send a high-level delegation to the international summit in Switzerland on Ukraine this weekend. And finally, admiring Pope Francis's commitment to serve people, Prime Minister Modi extended his invitation to the Pope to visit India at an early date.